نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. For the past few weeks we've been speaking on the sacrifices of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. There are many authors of the past who have compiled them into book form and allowed for us to read, to listen, to appreciate, to allow for the love of our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to increase. After all, the encouragement and the demand from us is that we love our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam even more than our own selves, our children, our parents, everyone. Our love for our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam should be deeply penetrated and, of course, genuine, sincere love for our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And how else do we love him except that we educate ourselves more about him, learn more about him, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So last week we spoke about the many incidents of the sacrifices of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in which he and his companions, radiallahu anhum ajma'in, they tied stones to the side of their belly, to the side of their stomach, so that the stones may give them some support. Because in extreme situations, I'm positive none of us have ever experienced that type of hunger. May Allah protect. But in those situations, the Muhaddithun, they mentioned that the benefit of tying stones to the side of your belly, to the side of your stomach, is so that it will give you some form of support. Otherwise, you will bend over out of extreme hunger. So this was last week, and that was during a battle between Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, and the Yahud. Today, inshallah, we'll move on, and we heard this hadith, but today we'll go into it a little more in detail, the entirety of the hadith, in which Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is coming out of his home due to excessive hunger. And we'll go through the hadith and then we'll translate and give a brief explanation of the hadith. The hadith is خرج رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ذات يوم فإذا هو بأبي بكر وعمر رضي الله عنهما فقال ما أخرجكما من بيوتكما هذه الساعة؟ قال الجوع يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. قال وأنا والذي نفسي بيده لا أخرجني الذي أخرجكما. قوموا فقاموا معه فأتى رجلا من الأنصار فإذا هو ليس في بيته فلما رأته المرأة قالت مرحبا وأهلا فقال لها رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أين فلان؟ قالت ذهب يستعجل لنا من الماء. إذ جاء الأنصاري فنظر إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وصاحبيه ثم قال الحمد لله ما أحد اليوم أكرم ضيافا مني. قال فانطلق فجاءهم بعزق فيه بسر وتمر ورطب وقال كولوا من هذه وأخذ المدية. فقال له رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إياك والحلو فذبح لهم فأكلوا من الشاة ومن ذلك العذق وشربوا. فلما شبعوا ورأوا قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لأبي بكر وعمر رضي الله عنهما والذي نفسي بيده لتسألن عن هذا النعم يوم القيامة. أخرجكم من بيوتكم الجوع ثم لم ترجعوا حتى أصابكم هذا النعم. This narration is narrated in Sahih Muslim And the translation of this is that one day Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he came out of his home unexpectedly. Unexpectedly, he came out of his home and found his two confidants, his two companions, Abu Bakr and Umar radiallahu anhu. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam inquired from them, what causes you to come out of your home at this time? And the two replied that, Ya Rasulullah, we swear by in whose hands our lives are in. They swore by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that nothing else brought us out from our homes except for extreme hunger. Extreme hunger is what brought us out from our home. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam instructed his two companions that stand up and let's go. And they went to a companion from amongst the Ansar. When they reached his home, they inquired to his wife that where is such and such individual. And the lady, the wife of the household, she replied that he has gone to fetch us some water. He will be back shortly. He has gone to fetch some water so that we may be able to quench our thirst. And when the companion, he returned back and seeing his guests awaiting, he swore that, of course, he welcomed them. He welcomed them open-handedly and very happily, and he swore that he is the most lucky, the most fortunate individual to have such guests. There is no one luckier than him on the face of this planet. So this companion, after inquiry, he came to a realization that these are the greatest individuals who are now at his doorstep and they need to be hosted. So he went and he demonstrated what he fetched from the variety of dates, the types of dates he brought. There were dry dates, there were fresh dates, rutab. So he allowed for Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Umar radiallahu anhu, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu to eat from those dates. And he went to slaughter an animal that was giving milk. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam stopped him that please don't slaughter an animal that is giving you and benefiting you by giving you milk. So after that, this companion, instead of slaughtering the milk-giving animal, he went to slaughter a sheep. And the sheep was prepared. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his two companions, they ate to their fill. They completely quenched their thirst. So they were fully satisfied. And on the conclusion of this, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, again he swore by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that there was no other reason for you to come out of your home except for hunger. And upon coming out, you found this ni'am, this blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I swear by Allah, you will be questioned about it on Yawm al-Qiyamah. You will be questioned about this ni'am, this blessing, this bounty on the Day of Judgment. And that concludes the hadith. Now we find a few beneficial points for us here. First thing we find here is Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was compelled. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was compelled to come out of his home due to excessive hunger. Now the Muhaddithun, they explain that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is such a being. Of course, his trust and tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no match. Unparalleled tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is not like your average human being where he will now go door to door seeking that please help me, give me something to eat. Rather, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and the ni'am, the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are meeting each other. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he never did ask for handouts. This is, first and foremost, this is clear. And this is for our knowledge, just to save it in our knowledge, and we can always come back to it that if for any reason down the line, any critic or any enemy of Islam tries to say that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was looking for handouts, we are to be the first ones who will defend the honor of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam never, ever looked for handouts, but rather the ni'am, the bounties of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala just met Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and it was very natural for the ni'am of Allah and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to meet. And this is what takes place here in this hadith. Another point that we find from this hadith is that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his companions, his two most closest companions, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and Umar radiallahu anhu, we know what type of relationship they had with Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Till this day they are buried next to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We can just imagine their status. Even during their lifetime, they are demonstrating that they are following in the exact footsteps of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In every single thing, they are attempting to follow and imitate Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So in this example here today, this hadith, it's just natural and it's proven to the point that the three of them, the three of the greatest human beings, are coming out of their home in the same manner. Nothing else is bringing them out except for extreme hunger. That is something for us to ponder over, to appreciate, and to deposit it into our long-term memories. That these two individuals, they demonstrated to the fullest in practical and in all examples that they followed Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's footsteps to the best of their capability, even in this situation, in extreme hunger. That is another point from this hadith. And the final point that we'll cover today is that they are compelled, they are forced to come out of their home, the three of them. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the two companions, radiallahu anhuma, they are compelled to come out, and after they have fulfilled and eliminated their extreme hunger, they drank to their fullest until their stomachs were satisfied. Even on the conclusion of that, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is telling them that you will be questioned about this. You will be questioned about this ni'am on the Day of Judgment. And this gives us a moment also to ponder and pause that it's not like they're indulging and they are not in luxuries. Rather that the extreme situation, and then they were able to satisfy their hunger. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is telling them, you will be questioned now. We can just imagine our situation. First of all, we have never experienced that level of hunger. Ever. And our daily routine is, some of us are having 3 meals a day, snacks in between. Some of us are having 2 meals, 1 meal, whatever the number of meals that we are having, we are eating daily to our full. Until our stomach is satisfied, until our hearts and minds are satisfied. We can just imagine what situation that we will be facing on the Day of Judgment. So may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala allow for us to constantly demonstrate thankfulness and gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala allow for every single morsel of food that goes down our throat to be halal and to be far from haram in any way. It could be haram in the manner of haram income, haram manner of receiving it, haram manner of cooking it, whatever wherever any type of haram, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He protect us from ever falling, and our future generations and children, the individuals that have been placed under our guardianship, that we try and we strive our best to allow for our household and our family to consume the best of quality, the best of halal materials that are available to us. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.